Welcome, everyone. This is restorative yoga. So today our practice is going to focus on poses that will relieve sciatic nerve pain, which is something that I have been dealing with the past few weeks. So this one was one kind of that I wanted to do selfishly, but I think it can help a lot of other people as well. So hopefully you have gathered all your props. So we're going to be using a chair and then blankets, pillows. I have a bolster. If you have a bolster, great. You don't have to have a bolster. I can show you how to kind of make a bolster out of a bunch of blankets, and it works just as well. And then we also need a little spot on the wall that we can use. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started. So we're going to come to our wall first. And I'm actually going to, rather than use this wall, I'm going to use the side of my dresser so that you guys can kind of see what I'm doing from the side, because it'll be easier for you guys to observe what we're doing. So we're going to sit down a little bit away from our wall. We're not doing legs up the wall. We're going to bring our feet onto the wall. So, and if you want to grab a small blanket for a neck roll, you could do that if you like that. So we can do that. And you can place something underneath your hips as well, a blanket. I'm on carpet, so I don't really feel like I need that today. But if you want that extra padding, if you're on hardwood, you might want that. So we'll just put our feet on the wall. And you can bring that neck roll underneath your neck, resting the arms down by your sides. And we're going to do a cat and cow here on the wall. So we want our knees to be kind of 90 degrees. I feel like I'm a little too close to the wall or the dresser here. So I'm going to scoot my way out. And then we're going to arch the back up off of the floor, just like we would on all fours in our cow. And then on your exhale, press your back into the floor. So we're just going to do that. It's a very subtle movement. One of the few restorative poses where we actually create a little bit of movement. And we're going to go ahead and do this for a few minutes here. I'm going to set a timer on my watch. And just go at your own pace. You can close your eyes. If you want to put an eye pillow on, you can. But it's nice to have that stability that the wall gives you. And you can kind of press your feet gently into the wall when you're pressing your spine down into the floor. And just relax the rest of the body. Relaxing the head and the neck. Relaxing the arms. ahead and stop our movements. And then to release, just roll onto one side. And then use your arms to press your way up into a seat. All right, so next we're going to use our chair. And I'm also going to grab a blanket and just fold it up. So we're going to sit down in front of our chair. We're going to sit cross-legged. We want kind of a loose cross here so that we're not actually crossing the ankles, but we can see both of our feet. And those of you that have sciatic nerve pain, the side where you're having the issue, we want that leg to be in front. Okay, so I'm having an issue on my left side. I'm going to have my left leg in front of my right. And then we're going to just fold forward and rest the head either on your stacked hands like this, or you can rest your head right on the seat of the chair. And if you want, you can release your arms down by your sides, whatever feels best for you. And go ahead and be here for a few minutes. And you can adjust how close the chair is to you and how much fold you want. You can also adjust how close the feet are into you. breath here as we prepare. Ready. Good. And come back up. From your chair. Go ahead and extend your legs out. You want to give them a little shake for it. And then I'm going to set my chair to the side because we're done with it. Get out of the way. Okay. So we're going to do a twist. I'm going to use my bolster, but if you do not have a bolster, you can make a bolster by taking a few blankets and rolling them up together and making a bolster out of your blankets. Okay, so that is your option, or you can grab some pillows and so just do what you need to do with whatever you have. You certainly do not have to run out and purchase a bolster if you don't want to. If you want to have one, that's great, but it's totally not necessary. So we're going to, like I said, we're going to do a twist. And we're going to start by sitting down next to our bolster or whatever you have, okay? And then the leg that's closest to your bolster is going to extend out, so it's perpendicular to your bolster. You want it kind of long ways. You're going to rest your chest on the bolster. The other leg, we're going to kind of roll to one side and take the other leg back, okay? You do not have to keep your legs straight, okay? You can bend your knees if you need to. And then we're going to place one hand on either side of this bolster and then twist the chest towards the bolster and then lie down. And you can either look in the direction of that bottom leg, or if you want a deeper twist, you can turn your head and look away. I'm going to keep my head facing the same direction as my bottom leg, and we'll be here for 3 minutes and then we'll do the other side. So make any adjustments that you need to be completely relaxed. You can see my back leg is a little bit bent. That's fine. If you want a little bit more, you can sort of walk it back and straighten it out, but find what's comfortable and what feels good to you. Closing the eyes. Taking some nice deep breaths.
And that's 3 minutes. So let's go ahead and bring that back leg up and bend both knees. And then press your way up into a seat. And then we'll go ahead and switch sides. Now, if you are experiencing sciatic nerve pain and that side felt really good, go ahead and continue on that side. If you want to switch over to the other side, I'll just take my bolster over on this side. And again, the leg that's closest to the bolster is going to extend out perpendicular. And then the leg that is away from the bolster is going to come out straight behind. And then we'll use our hands to twist the torso towards the bolster. And then go ahead and lay the chest down on that bolster. Soften your knees or bend them if you need to. And I will go ahead and set the timer for another 3 minutes here. Take some nice deep breaths as we prepare to come out of this pose. Bending both legs and then stacking the knees. And then when you're ready, press your way up to a seat. All right, so next up we're going to do a restorative version of pigeon. So if you know for a fact that pigeon just really isn't right for your knees today, I'm going to have you come back to the wall and do a figure 4 stretch against the wall. So this is the modification. If you're not doing pigeon today, you'll do your figure 4 on the wall, and you can use your hand to kind of support your leg and kind of push it away from you. Okay, so this would be your modification if you don't want to do pigeon today. So we're going to use our bolster again to rest our chest on. So keep that same bolster or bunch of rolled up blankets. And then if you have like another blanket or pillow or even a block, we're going to make a support to go underneath the hip when we're in pigeon. So I'm going to kind of set that. Actually, I'm going to make it a little fatter. Let me do this. Fold it first and then make a nice fat kind of short little roll like that. Okay, if you can see that. And then whatever side we're going to do first, we're going to bring the shin kind of right up to that bolster and then tuck that roll underneath the hip so it's supported, and then the other leg goes back. And then we'll lay the chest down on the bolster and turning the head to whatever side feels better for you. And then we'll be here for 3 minutes and then we'll switch sides. So there's not enough support under that hip. You can always add some more. Go ahead and take some deep breaths. When you're ready, go ahead and press your way up
Bring your back leg up. Let's take a quick child's pose here. Sink those hips back. And then we'll switch sides. So bring that short, fat little bolster to the other side. Bring your hands down on either side of the bolster. Take that knee just to the outside of that bolster. The other leg comes straight back, and then we tuck that short bolster underneath the hip. And go ahead and fold. And again, we'll be here for 3 minutes. Taking a few deep breaths here. When you're ready, press your way up. Remove a little bolster from your hip and sink back into a child's pose. All right, so we're going to set our bolster aside. We'll keep a blanket and just have it kind of in a low fold. We're going to come into half frog. So, and we're going to be laying on our belly. So if you're on a harder surface, you might want to have a yoga mat or something. If you're on carpet, you're probably pretty good. And then I'm just going to have a blanket here
just for my head, because I don't really want to put my face on my carpet. The carpet's kind of old and yucky. So we're gonna lie down on the belly, and then we can bring our hands and stack them underneath the forehead, or you can just rest your head straight down, or you can turn your head to one side. So whatever's gonna feel best for you. And then we're just gonna take one leg. So kind of roll to one side and then bring that knee up. Now you don't have to bring it up very high. If you want to have it kind of lower down, that's fine. No more than, no higher than 90 degrees though. And then we'll go ahead and rest, and we'll be here for 3 minutes, and then we'll switch sides. Taking some nice deep breaths. And then we'll go ahead and straighten out the bent leg. If you want to take a quick child's pose. And then we're going to do the other side. So again, lie down. And then take the other knee out to the side, kind of roll to your side. Bring that knee up 90 degrees at the most. It can be less than that. And then we'll be here for another 3 minutes. some nice deep breaths. Extending the bent leg back. Maybe taking another child's pose. Right. So we're going to grab our bolster again. I'm going to leave the blanket that I have there because we're going to do another face down pose. So if this bothers you at all, your alternative would be to come onto your back and take a supported bridge where you would place the bolster or even a block under your low back and do that. We've done that before. I really like that pose. But this pose, when I tried it, it just felt so good. So you're gonna rest your hips right on the bolster and then just drape your body over, and it provides a similar relief that the supported bridge does, by letting gravity help kind of open up the back. But instead of being on the back is up. So like I said, if this bothers your belly and you prefer to do that supported bridge, be my guest. Otherwise, we'll be here for a few minutes. And then however you want your arms and your head to be.
breaths. And then we'll press up and come back into a child's pose. Coming up, we'll set ourselves up now for Shavasana. So what I recommend for your Shavasana is having a blanket rolled up underneath your knees. So it can be a pretty decent size, medium size. I would do a smaller roll for your neck. And then if you have an eye pillow, I would use an eye pillow also. Or you can just put like a washcloth or even like a nice soft t-shirt, just anything to block out the light. And then you're going to put that roll underneath the knees and lie down and get your neck roll situated, and then grab your eye pillow, and this will be your Shavasana. Okay, so I'm not going to stay here because I'm going to read a guided visualization for you guys. So while you're getting yourself set up in Shavasana, I'll come over here and first grab a sip of water. And then we'll go ahead and begin. Settle back comfortably and begin to focus on your breathing. Take deep breaths in through your nose and exhale out of your mouth. Continue to breathe in and out several times, allowing the breath to become deeper and deeper from your lower lungs and diaphragm. Allowing any worries or concerns you may have to drift through your mind and out with your breath. Letting your breath clear your mind as you begin to relax. Begin to think about your body and its many different parts. Pay attention to how each part of your body is feeling. Does your back feel comfortable? Are your feet relaxed? Is there noticeable pain anywhere in your body? Just notice the sensations in your body without trying to change them. Breathing in deeply through your nose, bring all the air down into your diaphragm, feeling your stomach rise, letting the air move up into your lungs, expanding your rib cage. And now exhale through your mouth. Take another deep breath in through your nose. Notice how the air feels inside your lungs as it gradually expands them from the bottom, pushing the sides of your lungs out toward the wall of your chest, filling your lungs all the way up to the very top under your collarbone, fully exercising their capacity. And exhale through your mouth. Take a few more breaths, concentrating on the path that the air takes. Inhale deeply again through your nose and focus on your feet. Release the tension out of each heel. Let all the tension from the entire day flow out of your heels like air being released from a tire. Perhaps today's stress and tension made you feel like a heavy, wet towel dumped on the floor, soaked with weight. Imagine yourself lying flat, drying in the sun, letting your tension evaporate into the air around you. Take another deep breath and turn your attention to your lower legs. Notice how they feel. As this breath of air fills up your diaphragm and moves into your lungs, feel the blocked up tension being released from your legs along with the air of your breath. If you detect any tension in your legs, inhale again and breathe it out. Next, visualize your knees and upper legs. Become aware of how they are feeling. Notice any tension that is damming up the easy flow of relaxation, and exhale the tension away as you release your breath. You can feel that your knees and upper legs are now free from tension. Now direct your breathing power to your hips and buttocks. Do they feel locked and tight? Loosen them as you breathe deeply in through your nose. Concentrate on each part individually, noticing the tension, allowing it to release as you exhale. With each breath, all of your muscles, ligaments, and joints will be loosened more and more as you allow yourself to sink further into the surface your body's resting on. Next, search for any discomfort that you might find in your abdomen. As your stomach rises slowly with another deep breath, picture yourself floating easily in a calm lake. While staying afloat, capture the tension in this breath. Bring it up into your lungs and releasing it through your mouth. Feel your abdomen relax and settle. Now approach the diaphragm and chest area. Most of the tension has been released here already, as deep breaths of air have been traveling in and out. Yet faint remnants of stress may still remain. Inhale, collecting those last traces of the hectic day, and expel them through your mouth. Now turn your attention to your upper back, shoulders, and neck. The muscles here may feel a little distorted and tense from the strain of your posture. Let them weigh heavy and sink you further into your support. As the weight of your shoulders brings you down a few inches, begin to concentrate on the joints in your shoulders. As you inhale deeply again, begin to feel these parts as light, lax, and free from tension. Exhale away the stress that has made them tense. Now move up to your head. Let it become as loose as your neck and shoulders. Let this light feeling encompass your entire head, sinking you into another level of relaxation. Shift now to your lower back. Consider the pressure that has been focused onto your lumbar region all day, supporting the weight of your head, shoulders, and torso. Now imagine a small sun rising behind you, warming each vertebrae of your back. As it rises with your breathing, as you breathe in deeply, feel your spine warm and widen itself. Feel it lengthen and notice each vertebrae decompress. Now become aware of your forehead and eyes. Feel the lines on your forehead fade away as you exhale, leaving it smooth and loose. Let another breath fill your diaphragm. And as you release it, let your eyes loosen from the stress and sink further into relaxation. Feel how loose each body part has become, and let each sink a little bit further. Now turn your attention to your arms and hands. Picture a pot of water boiling. Imagine your stress as steam escaping from your body. Inhale deeply, and as you exhale, allow all of the steam to pass from your upper arm, through your biceps, down your elbow and forearm, your wrists, and out through your fingertips. Become aware of your entire body. Take another deep breath and enjoy its rejuvenating power as it clears all traces of tension. Notice your jaw and teeth. Feel your jaw relax as its muscles become loose and tension-free. Now that you are relaxed, remember this feeling. Notice how it feels to be totally relaxed. Your entire body feels loose and clean. Remember this feeling of calm. Practice recalling this feeling of peace and tranquility whenever you need it. Now let yourself out of this deep state of relaxation gradually. Continue your deep breathing as you wiggle your fingers and toes, circling ankles and wrists. Reaching the arms up overhead, just stretch and release. Rolling onto one side, take a few deep breaths. And then when you're ready, come into any comfortable seat. Finishing up with 3 deep breaths, inhaling arms up and exhaling them down. Inhaling up and exhaling down. One more time, inhaling it up. Bring the hands together at heart center as we exhale. The light in me honors the light in me. Namaste.